Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a bit of a more casual video. I just wanted to come here and just kind of do like a chit chat and kind of a casual video. I usually like just sit in front of you guys, but I just want to hang out and kind of like update you on what you'll see the topic is. So very casual video. I'm sitting on the floor as well. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about my experience buying a YSL College bag in large in the grain calfskin, I believe. Yeah, it's like this buttery soft leather. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to talk about just like to touch on my experience from buying Preloved on a Instagram kind of like store kind of, but not like a official store like Fashion File or Tradesy or online store like that. So it's kind of was a scary experience and not exactly the best experience, and I won't mention any names in here because actually even though it was like not a really good experience and it didn't turn out well, I did learn a lot from it, and I do really like the seller. I think she's very, very sweet and very personable, very professional, and I just like her, so I don't want to mess up her reputation because she has tons of great reviews. And so this could have just been an innocent mistake, but I'll let me know what you guys think. So it's all done and over with, and I'll get into it. So So on Instagram, I posted pictures of a couple bags that I had on my wish list, and I wanted you guys to choose which one it was. And it was, in fact, it was for my birthday, which is in like 3 weeks. No, it's like in a month. And so basically, it was the YSL College bag in large, and in black leather and silver hardware. I'll put a picture right here of me wearing it. I obviously didn't even wear it out. I just took pictures of it, and then here's another picture and some other. I'll probably insert some videos in later to show you the issue with the bag. So as you may know, or if you don't know, Carol Summer had a YSL College bag, and she had great things to say about it. LB Lisa had a YSL College bag, but she sold it, and hers was in the Carol's was in the small, and I think Lisa's was in the medium or small. I'm not sure. Anyways, both of them have sold it. Carol sold it because she wasn't using it, but she loved the leather. And then Lisa sold it because I believe she said there were some quality issues. So yeah, so I've heard that there has been quality issues with it, but I heard that that it has improved this past year. And this bag that I was purchasing, Preloved, was fairly new. Actually, they bought it from Selfridges 6 months ago, or less than 6 months ago in February. So, and they said they wore it like maybe less than 3 times, which I don't know if that's true. But anyways, so I was looking online and I really wanted it. It was very cool. I love how it looks like a briefcase and kind of like it just looks kind of professional and edgy at the same time. So I really liked it, and I wanted something that I could just use, that was an all leather bag that I could kind of not like, because I do baby my Chanel Jumbo and I baby my Chanel pieces, kind of, but I wanted like a piece that I could just be like carefree with. And so it was a really good deal that I saw from this Instagram store. I looked on Fashion File, and they had like holes in it, and there was like warping and all these like, and they were still more expensive than the seller that I found on Instagram. So I just like hashtag, like looked up the tag YSL College bag in large, and then I found her, asked the price, and she was really receptive, sent tons of pictures, was very professional, and so I just felt like she was a very trusty seller. And also her reviews on her IG page looked really good, and just from my interaction, she just seemed like she was very passionate about what she does, and very like she just seemed trustworthy. So I was like, okay, well, you know, since we're doing it through PayPal like invoice, we're both covered, so that's nice. So I went ahead and I looked at all the pictures, and I asked her if the bag was if there was any flaws or anything, and she said no, the client wore it like less than 3 times, like maybe 3 times or more. There isn't any wear to the bag, except for, you know, maybe this leather kind of softening with I mean, that leather, oh my gosh, that leather is just so luxurious and soft and squishy, and it smells so good. But yeah, so she said there was no flaws. And then, like, you know, when you see pictures and you zoom in, like if you try to look at the like most detailed things of the bag, you can't really see it unless you have like a really nice camera. And her pictures were pretty good, but like honestly, I looked at everything. I looked at the corners, I looked everywhere, I looked at the stitching, and you couldn't really see the stitching when you zoomed in. It was just like from far away, and I trusted her word. She said everything was in great condition. And so yeah, so I went ahead and we ordered it. I got it like within, gosh, really quickly, but this is not her fault. Well, she has people, like a person working for her, and anyways, I'm not gonna make excuses. What had happened is that I got it I signed for the box, and I'll put a picture of it or a clip right here of the box, how it came. So like, I don't know if you guys order from like Fashion File or order like just really if you order purses or anything in general, your purse is gonna be really sturdy. The box is going to be really sturdy and substantial. Well, this box ended up being really flimsy and soft, and half of it was like bent. And so I talked to the mailman. He's like, sometimes that happens, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, it's covered under insurance. Anyways, so that already gave me like this like bad taste. I was like concerned that the bag was like damaged because it was like halfway bent. Not damaged, but just like if something was sitting on it for a long time. But I recorded opening it and it was fine, but I just wanted to cover myself. So I took pictures, and then I had like a bad taste in my mouth, but I was like, whatever, the bag's fine. So then I started looking at the bag, and it felt so good. The leather's so nice, it's so cute. I love it. I still love the look. However, upon inspection, you know how there's like, I'm going to insert a picture as well, but you know how there's a chevron stitching? Well, the stitching's supposed to be like even, you know, like it just comes across. This stitching on like the 3rd row up, the stitching went down like this, and then it started like another stitching part went right here. So it was like not aligned. So in my mind, I was like, did the previous owner like get it restitched, resewn? But then I was like looking at it, and it looked like it was almost like the same like stitching as the original stitching. So I was like, did Saint Laurent like sell a product that wasn't up to par, or there was quality? Someone just like, it went past quality. I don't know, like what happened. So I mean, I'll insert a picture. Let me know what you guys think. So I contacted the seller, I let her know, and I sent pictures, and she's like, I'm a one-man show, and she's like, I apologize, I honestly didn't see that upon inspection. And the downfall for her is that, like, unlike other like online stores, her prices are more affordable. However, she doesn't allow refunds or returns. So I was like, it made me nervous, but I saw the pictures and they look fine. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm stressed out. And I know, guys, that this is like first world problem. So yeah, I mean, I know in the grand scheme of things, this is not a big deal, but since this is like a fashion and purse and luxury page channel, I figured I'd share my experience with you. So anyways, oh, by the way, I'm drinking this. This is really good. It's Pure Leaf Tea House, and it is Fuji apple and ginger. This is really good. Okay, but anyways, so I contacted her, sent pictures, sent video, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, like, I'm a one-man show, I have like a lot of stuff going through. She wasn't making excuses. Well, she just said that it passed her inspection. So and so she'll issue me a full refund. So that was really nice, and I'm glad that she allowed that, because I mean, if you really did inspect a purse, like when you're selling to somebody, you have to inspect like every stitching, every like piece of hardware, like literally everything. So in that aspect, I kind of was like, but then I was like, you know, people make mistakes, and she genuinely seemed sorry about it, and you know, she took full responsibility of it. So, you know, people make mistakes, so I was like, okay, that's fine. So then, so she's like, just go ahead and just send it back with a signature. And I was like, what about insurance? I've never sent a purse back. I don't know how this works. And she was like, no, signature's fine. So there was a little bit of like concern, and like, I was like, I don't feel comfortable. This is like over like a few $1,000 bag. Well, what I bought it for was less. And I just don't feel comfortable sending it without insurance. So I was like, you know, I contacted her. I said that I need you to cover insurance, and I also need you to cover shipping. She said that's fine. And in my mind, I thought it was like over $100-something, but I just want to let you guys know that this bag was $1750, and it retails for over $2,500 in store. So that was a good deal, but I thought like insurance for something so expensive when you mail it would be like over $100-something, but it ended up just being like $30-something. That's not bad. So in my mind, I thought it was gonna be like 100-something. So that's why I asked her to reimburse it, but she's like, oh no, it'll be like $40, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll just cover it, whatever. I just don't want to like, you know, that's fine. It's not a big deal. $40 isn't a big deal. But honestly, she should have covered it. So in the end, I recorded everything, returning it back. She just got it actually this morning, and then she fully refunded me. She didn't pay for the insurance and the shipping, which honestly I think she should have, but it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, so that's my experience. So the way that I explained it, I kind of explained it like smoothly, but to be honest, like it did kind of stir up some like emotions that like kind of bothered me about this whole situation. And again, first world problem, so not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, I know. But just from learning experience, I would say that now, retrospectively, now that the money's refunded and it's all done with, she has her bag back. Oh, and also I told her, well, anyways, let me just focus on this. So now, retrospectively, looking back on it, it was a really good learning lesson. I mean, I do know that I feel more comfortable ordering from like a more approved website like Fashion File and like The Real and stuff like that, because it's just, I just know that there's like, it's not a one-man show, and then you're more covered. You know, if it's like a one-person kind of thing, when I was mailing back, I'm like, is she gonna issue me a refund? I don't know. And I know you can go through PayPal and like what is it called, rebuke, or like file a complaint and then get it, whatever. But I hear it's a long process, so it's kind of scary on that part. Like if you're ordering from someone that you don't know, I know PayPal covers you, but I hear it could be a long like process. So it was kind of scary in the aspect that like it had to be like a trust issue, like a trust thing, you know, like I sent it back and she refunds me. And honestly, like I like wanted to ask her, be like, can you send the money first and then I'll send it? But then on her part, it's like, can she trust me? So it was nerve-wracking, but it all worked out. She ended up being really trustworthy, and she messaged me back and said that she's going to take the bag to, she apologized and saw the flaw, and she's going to take the purse to St. Laurent and see what they say, in hopes of getting a brand new bag for it, because it's like less than 6 months old. So this bag was purchased in Selfridges, but she's just going to take it to a store in the States to see. So the seller, and I told her personally, I said, gosh, like, I mean, it's kind of weird that everyone said that the YSL quality, there was quality issues, and I was like, what's the chances? And funny enough, I got a bag with quality issues. So I'm curious, she said that she's going to tell me what they say, and I'm curious as to what they'll say. Like, I don't know if it was resewn and the client failed to tell the seller, or if that was just like a really bad mistake on their part. So honestly, like, I'm gonna say that even the corners, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this, even in the corners, there was some wear, and the bag was like less than 6 months old, and she only wore it 3 times. There's like literal, like, I'll show you a video, like, wear in the corners. So, I mean, I just love the look of it, and I really like the feel of it. So will I purchase it again in the future? I think I would like to. I want to give them one more chance because I really like the way that the bag looks, and I love the way that the leather feels, and I do take care of my bag, so I feel like that I won't have that much corner wear. I change my bags, my purses a lot, that I don't feel like there would be that much wear in it. So I would like to give the bag one more chance because I really like the look of it and I love the leather. And I even told the seller, I was like, gosh, I love that bag. Like, it was sad to see that there was like issues with it. So she said that if she gets a brand new one, she said that she would sell it to me for the same price that I bought it, which would be a steal because it's over, I think, over $1,000 off, I think. So I don't know what I'll do. I personally don't know. I do want to give it one more shot, and at least, I don't know, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I know this is like a really, really long story time thing, but I really wanted to share my experience with you because I feel like, you know, just make sure that you know that this is a trusted seller. Make sure you really, really inspect your pictures, which I did. Make sure you fully communicate with the seller, like, are there any flaws, any issues that you have to mention to me? Because honestly, I received the bag not as described. So what else would I say from a learning experience? Oh, always cover yourself through PayPal invoice, because at least you're covered in that sense and you'll get your money back, so they can't scam you, and you can file a claim if anything, there was any issues. Always ship your bags with insurance and also with shipping confirmation. And also I signed up for like texting like when they receive the bag so I can follow it and track it. And also be sure to document everything. Like, I recorded literally everything. I recorded me opening it, I recorded me inspecting it, I recorded shipping it, I recorded packing it, I like recorded even me mailing it in the post office with the mail person. I know that's psycho, but like, I just have to like cover myself in every aspect just to make sure that there's that not, just in case there's that not trustworthy person, even though I believe most people are trustworthy. So yeah, I do really like the seller, and if she happens to be watching it, hello. I like you and I think you're a very professional person, so don't take offense to this. I'm just sharing my experience and hopefully giving some tips to others that have this experience or similar situation. So yeah, guys, that is my story. I know it's a really long story. I'll have to cut it down. How long is it? 85 minutes. What? That's not correct. Anyways, okay, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. Let me know if I should repurchase it again. Let me know what you think of this bag. And that is it. I love to interact with you guys, so comment below. I know that sometimes you just don't want to comment, which sometimes I watch videos and I don't comment either, but like, I really like your guys' feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and of course constructive criticism is welcomed. Be nice. So that is it, guys. I love you guys so much, and I really do appreciate all your support.
2, 3, and don't you stop the music, get into it, won't you dance with me? Find a place and lose it, you can do it, won't you dance with me?